1971 to protect the local wildlife. Over the years, lots of animals become used to humans. That's good for us. Lots of opportunities for close animal viewing. We're heading into the little cherry forest. Keep your eyes open. A lot of the animals here in the forest have natural colors and markings that help them blend into their background. There's a little yellowback duiker back behind us along the edge of the rocks there. It's a small forest antelope, dark brown with a yellow stripe on its back. And watering holes like this are important gathering places for animals, and it's usually the best chance to see some of the rarer species like the black rhino. Hundreds of thousands of black rhinos have been killed for their horns. Today there's only about 4,000 to 5,000 black rhinos left here in Africa. Even in protected wildlife reserves, they're not completely safe from poachers. I see some bongos up along the ridge here on the right side. Look up along the hill. Reddish brown animal, white vertical stripes, and heavy horns. That's a bongo. Very lucky to see a bongo. They're so rarely seen. They're known as the ghost of the forest. The yellow-billed stork. Yellow-billed storks will eat fish, snakes, frogs, lizards, even small birds. Pretty much everything catch. We're going to head up along the Safi River. It's a good place to look for one of Africa's larger animals, the hippo. Hippo calves going about 85 pounds at birth, but a male hippo tips the scales at around 5,000 pounds. Look really close. Just because you don't see one doesn't mean they're not there. They spend most of their day underwater. Keeps their big bodies from overheating. Gonna head across the river and come up on the other side. We'll see if we can find some over there. Oh yeah, there's some hippos just back at the end of the island. Hippos do come out of the river, but mostly at night they'll feed along the riverbanks. They'll eat up to 100 pounds of vegetation each night.
Бегемоты.
Some crocs down there in the river. Those are Nile crocodile. They're larger and more aggressive than the American alligator. Get about 18 feet long. And a closing jaw pressure is about 1,200 pounds per square inch. They'll crush the bones of their prey. Those look hungry to me. Let's get off this old bridge.
Еще раз там, в пруду крокодил желтый. И тут я помню, как мы ехали.
О, жирафа.
Где? Вон жирафа, да.
And we're leaving the forest, heading out into the open savanna. It's a completely different ecosystem. Different plants and animals. Now we're going to head up towards elephant country. Now the savanna is part of the Serengeti grassland system. It stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It's a superhighway for millions of migrating animals like zebra and wildebeest. And it's home to some of the more famous animals like lions and elephants. It's all part of the wild Africa. We're working so hard to save giraffe off to the right. We'll head around and get a better look. Now, the look of the savanna is created by the animals that live here. Elephants are kind of like bulldozers here in the savanna. They come through and knock down trees to eat the branches and leaves. I look at the grass that's spread out. Giraffe, they're kind of like pruning shears that eat the underside of the trees and branches. It's more sunlight in so the grass can grow. Zebra and wildebeest come through here, then mow down the tall grass, letting new shoots grow. In a balanced natural system, there's enough food for everyone. Those are sable antelope off to the left. Look at those beautiful horns. See a little baby one laying down? Probably about a year old. Young ones are much lighter in color than the adults. It's all kinds of earth you see out here. Those are termite mounds. They get as hard as concrete baking in the hot sun. Elephants use them as a scratching post. They rub up against them, wear them down, like that one on the right. Smaller animals, like the little Tommies, they climb up on top of the old termite mounds. Use them as lookouts to spot lions in these tall grasses. The one on the right side, that is a Maasai giraffe, has a very jagged edge around their spots. The one on the left side, that's a reticulated giraffe. They get their name from a Latin word, reticulata, which means net, referring to the net-like pattern on their coats. Giraffe are the tallest land animal. A male giraffe can be 18 feet tall. Females are shorter, about 13 to 16 feet. A baby giraffe, they'll be about 6 foot tall when they're first born. They'll look a man straight in the eye at birth.
Are you still holding for the attic?
Yes, we are.
Have you seen animal programs nearby?
No, we have not.
Здоровый, да? Он завис в позе такой, да? Завис жираф.
The bony structures on their head, those are called ossicles. Both male and female giraffe have ossicles. They're skin-covered horns, but they're not true horns, actually growths going out of their skull.
Yeah, I have no contact with that vehicle. We have
Не, вот это ощущение, когда это дурацкое. Когда вот стоишь такой, да, ну, ты стоишь без движения. Зависит от
And giraffes have very long tongues. Their tongues will be about 1 inch long for
Я
each
думаю,
foot
оно
height.
искусственное.
So a giraffe like the ones over there, maybe 18 feet tall. Watch that long tongue come out. There it goes. See it? So a giraffe like that, maybe 15, 16 feet tall. They'd have a 60-inch long tongue. See some wildebeest hiding in the bushes right up ahead of us here. We can take a look.
Не горит лампочка? На камере. Спереди.
Не знаю, посмотри на меня тогда. Да, все.
The white-bearded wildebeest, part of the largest migration left on the planet. Each year, up to 1.5 million animals migrate through the savannas of East Africa. Eland off to the right side. You see the large brown animal off through the grass there. Eland are one of the largest of the antelope. Males get almost 2,000 pounds, close to 6 foot at the shoulder.
Бычара, да.
Elephant just up ahead of us. He's just coming out of the water there. That's a young male, probably about 9 years old. Both male and female elephants here in Africa have ivory tusk. Poachers sneak into reserves like this go after elephants for the ivory. More elephants hiding back in the canyon there.
Или электричество.
Наверное, здесь чтобы не врезаться в повороте.
Sorry, driver. Caution coming off of Moving Road. We are backed up to Speed Road. Animal Kingdom, Circle Bomb is the register. 3021 Animal Kingdom, Circle Bomb.
Yeah, looks like there's been some elephants through here. There's some tusk marks and footprints in the clay. Elephant off to the left.
Sim.
There's a young elephant there.
А вон какая-то движуха в кустах. Вон что-то делает.
Probably about 2 years old. Baby elephants start to grow in their tusks at about 2 years old. Some greater flamingos visiting the watering hole. Greater flamingo, the lightest pink of all the flamingo species. They get their pink color from the food they eat. It's rich in carotene and vitamin A, turns their feathers pink.
Backed up into mandrel, or backed up into mandrel apparently.
Wow, look at that. There's some white rhinos. White rhino are one of Africa's greatest success stories. They were hunted almost to extinction for their horns. Thanks to anti-poaching laws and conservation efforts, now white rhinos are almost back to sustainable levels. They have very poor vision and weak eyes. That makes them an easy target for poachers. He's picking up that branch with his horn right there. Look at that.
Что нам удалось, эта палка?
Hear that vocalization? You don't get to hear that very often. You guys are very lucky if someone's getting that on video and you can pick up that audio.
Что ты?
Pretty agile for a 5,000-pound animal. The rock here up ahead of us, that's called the Kopi. It's a good place to look for lions. They like that high ground. Got a vantage point, look down below for their prey. Matter of fact, there's a lion laying up there right now.
Lion? Yeah,
A little bit hard to see. He's laying down. Pretty lucky to see lions during the day. They do most of their hunting at night. Then they'll be inactive most of the day, about 18 to 20 hours.
А где он? А, вон он.
Looks like a young male there.
Не вижу ничего. Спит. Волчь.
The lions hunt cooperatively in groups called prides. It's actually the females that do most of the hunting.
А он что, не перепрыгнет тут в канаву? Можно перепрыгнуть. Хочешь он поесть принести? Вон он лежит, видишь? маленькие.
Hey, look at that. There's some warthogs up there. Warthogs are the largest burrowing mammals. Little baby ones right there. 4 little piggies. They got short legs, but they're fast. They go about 30 miles an hour. There's some addax and a little bontebok over there as well. Those beautiful horns. Both those animals are endangered species found only in protected wildlife reserves. I can still see those little piglets from here. Ostrich on the right. Ostrich can't fly, but they're fast. They're about 40 miles an hour. The Harambe Wildlife Reserve is expanding its borders. Animals used to roam free throughout this area. Livestock farmers needing vast amounts of land for their livestock took over this area a long time ago. Recently returned it back over to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Rumor has it they're going to reintroduce a herd of zebras into this area. It's important that these land reclamation efforts and reintroduction efforts continue. So the animals that used to roam here can once again roam free. Poaching used to be a continuous threat here in the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Recently, the threat of poaching has been removed. But poaching is still a threat in other parts of Africa. Thanks for choosing to tour the Kilimanjaro safaris. Come back and see us again real soon. The animals will be waiting for you. Now this would be a good time to check those net bags in front of you. Make sure you got everything you brought with you.